Yeah, so we have already in the previous session. So while we solve this question, exercise 2.2, I'll also explain you the concept, the relationship which we have already covered in the previous session. So exercise 2.2, question 1, part 1 is x square minus 2x minus 8. And what we have to do is, we have to find the zeros and then verify the relationship between the zeros and coefficient. We have to find zeros or solution of this equation. There are two methods for it. We will be only using one of the methods right now. Another method will be taught in the next chapter. And then you can use it in exam. Right now we can use middle term splitting, which you have already discussed in your lower grades. So we have to do three things here. First, compare with standard equation, compare with general equation. Your general equation is ax square plus bx plus c. A general equation of order 2 or power 2, or you can say a general quadratic equation is of this form, ax square plus bx plus c. Now when you compare, here the coefficient of x is 1, so value of a will be 1. The coefficient of x is minus 2, so value of b will be minus 2. And here the constant term is minus 8, so your c will be minus 8. On comparing it with the general equation, you will get the values of a, b and c, where a and b are the coefficients and c is a constant term. Now, this is step 1. Second, finding the roots. Finding roots by middle term splitting. Middle term splitting. So we'll be splitting the middle term and understand what would be the zeros or roots. Zeros, roots, solution, it's one and the same thing. So x square minus 2x minus 8. Now I understand few students may not be thorough with the middle term splitting. See, we have already done this for the past 2 years, but there are chances that you may not be having a clarity. Don't worry, I'll try to explain the procedure. Those who are good with middle term splitting, great. Those who are having a problem, I'm explaining the concept. What you have to do is just multiply this a and c. Multiply a and c, coefficient of x square and constant term, multiply them. So you'll be getting 1 into minus 8. Now write factors of this number. Write factors of 8. Factors of 8 will be 1 into 8, 2 into 4. That's all. 1 into 8 or 2 into 4. 4 into 2, it's one and the same. 4 into 2 and 2 into 4 is same. 8 into 1 and 1 into 8 is same. So now what you have to do is, you need this middle term b. What I am doing is multiplying a and c. I multiplied a and c, and whatever number I am receiving, I have noted down the factors. Now just find if it is possible to get this number either by adding these numbers or subtracting them. So if I add 1 and 8, I'll get 9. If I subtract 1 and 8, I'll get 7. So it won't be possible. If I add 2 and 4, I'll be getting 6. But if I subtract 2 and 4, there is a chance to get minus 2. So you have to find this particular scenario where the multiplication of these two numbers, you can break it into two parts such that their sum or difference is equal to the middle term. That's why we call this as middle term splitting. So here we have 2 and 4. We need final answer to be minus 2. So we'll consider 2x and minus 4x. We'll consider the two terms as 2x and minus 2x. Now this entire thing can be done in rough. No need to show this. If you show, great, but it's not compulsory. This is a rough work, and you can do this mentally also. No need to write. You can do this thing mentally. 2x and minus 4x. These are the two terms I'm getting. So here I'll be writing plus 2x minus 4x minus 8. So what I've done here, I wrote the middle term in a different format. Initially it was minus 2x. Now I am writing it as 2x into 2x and minus 4x. 2x minus 4x is 2x minus 4x is minus 2x. What? So the middle term splitting I am getting for minus 2x is plus 2x and minus 4x. So if you just solve this, 2x minus 4x, it will be minus 2x. And 2x into minus 4x will be minus 8x squared. So basically product of these two numbers and product of these two numbers would be exactly same. You can just verify. If you multiply 2x and minus 4x, it will be minus 8x squared. And if you multiply x square in minus 8, it will be minus 8x squared. Yes, this is something which you might have done in 8th standard. Clear? Yes, this is very easy. This is first sum for the topic, and I'm just explaining it again if some student is having a doubt. Every one of you might have done this in your class 8, obviously. So x square plus 2x minus 4x minus 8. Now I'll take the term common. What would be the common term? Only
X.
Correct.
X.
Correct. So x common. So here it is x square. X into x. So 1x would be
2.
Plus out of this 2 into x. Yes, x is already written outside, so we'll be only writing 2. Here it is minus 4x minus 8. I can take minus 4 common. I can take minus 4 common. So I'll be getting x
Plus 2.
plus. Why it is plus? Because whenever you take out minus common, this sign will change. The sign has to change whenever you are taking, because when you multiply with minus, sign changes. So even if you take minus common, the sign would change. Plus 2 equals to 0. So it is x, and if you are not getting same brackets, that means you have done some mistake. If you have done some mistake, only in that situation you will be getting different brackets, or else you will be getting the same brackets. This is another way to verify if you are going right or not. So here x plus 2 and x minus 4. You are having two things, two brackets, two terms in multiplication, and that product is 0. Now when you multiply two terms and you are getting 0, the only situation which is possible is if एक ही situation possible is that either of them, one of them is 0. You cannot get product of two numbers as 0 with any other situation. There is only two situations. Either this will be 0 or this will be 0. Or else product of two numbers will never be 0. It can only be 0 if one of them is 0. So first we can say x plus 2 equals to 0 or x minus 4 is 0. This is how we should write. Yeah, so x plus 2 is 0 or x minus 4 is 0. Any one of them will be 0. If I say plus 2 on the right hand side, it will be minus 2. And if I say minus 4 on the right hand
Plus 4.
it will be positive, yes, plus 4. So now you are having two terms of x. One is minus 2 and another is 4. Please understand, it's not only about finding the answer. What does this mean? This means that when you substitute value of x as minus 2 in this equation, your answer will be 0. Meaning of this x equals to minus 2 is, why it is called a 0? Because on substituting x as minus 2, overall answer will become 0. You can check this. Just if I substitute minus 2 in position of x, here I will be writing minus 2x, minus 2 square, minus 2, and in place of x I will write minus 2, and this is minus 8. What is square of minus 2? 4. Minus 2 into minus 2, plus 4. And this is minus 8. 4 plus 4, 8. 8 minus 8, 0. Yes, you have to write both, minus 2 and 4. It is having two answers. Okay. How can you verify if you got the answer right or wrong? So that's what I am explaining. Whatever answer you are getting, if you substitute your answer here, and in the final, if you substitute here and you are getting 0, that means your answer is right. And if you are substituting this value and not getting 0, that means you have done some mistake. So there is another value 4. You can also put value of x as 4, and again, if you are getting 0, that means your answer is right. Now, no need to verify every time. For the initial few questions you can do. Once you are confident, then it's okay. That would be it won't be required. So if I substitute 4 in place of x, it would be 4 square minus 2 into 4 minus 8. Square of 4, 16. 2 4s are minus 8 and minus 8. So again 16 minus 8, 8, 8 minus 8, 0. Verification of zeros is not compulsory. This is just I'm trying to explain. This is first question and this topic is continued from your class 8. So only for those students who did not pay attention, for them I am explaining again what exactly is middle term splitting and what do you mean by these zeros. Okay, so here we are getting two things, minus 2 and 4. Just not to confuse, not to get confused, because both of them are x, we just name it. Let alpha equals to minus 2 and beta equals to 4. Why we are naming them? So that we don't get confused. We have two values for x, and if we write both of them equals to x, then we may not be able to address them properly. So we are giving a separate name. Let one value be alpha and another be beta. Okay, so this is first part of the question. This is second part. In first part, we are having value for a, b, and c. In second part, we have found out value for alpha and beta. Now the third part is verifying relationship. Verifying relationship. This is the most important question, I would say, because I'm explaining you the entire concept. The first relationship is alpha plus beta equals to minus b by a. Alpha plus beta equals to minus b by a. Now, the most of the students, what you do is you substitute value of alpha and beta here and minus b by a, both, everything here. Keeping the equal to sign, please understand. We have to verify this. It is not already something which you are considering to be equal. Okay, equal, we are writing equal to sign, but you have to verify. So don't write LHS and RHS together. First find only LHS, then find only RHS, and then show yes they are equal. We want to prove it. LHS is alpha plus beta. Value of alpha is minus 2 and beta is 4. So minus 2 plus 4 will be 2. Alpha plus beta is 2. Now when we find RHS, which is minus b by a, value of your b is minus 2 and a is 1. So minus of minus 2 by 1. Minus into minus 2 would be plus 2 and divided by 1. So you can simply write, as you're getting LHS and RHS to be equal, as LHS equals to RHS, hence verify. Okay. So the second relationship which we have to verify is product of roots. Product of roots. So it's alpha into beta equals to c by a. You have to verify this. So we'll find LHS, alpha into beta. Value for alpha is minus 2 and beta is 4. So it is minus 8. And RHS, c by a. Value of c is minus 8 and value of a is 1. So I'm again getting minus 8. LHS equals to RHS. Hence, verify. We'll move to next question. Understand the procedure. Okay, I'll explain you the entire procedure. You can go through the recordings later, pause it, understand the steps clearly and solve them. This question would not carry more than 3 marks. It would not carry more than 2, I think. Yes, 2 marks would be enough. 4s square minus 4s plus 1. Maximum 3 or 4s square minus 4s So the question is same. Verify the relationship of roots and coefficient. So now comparing with general equation, value of A is 4, B will be -4 and C will be 1. Coefficient of first term, coefficient of second term, and last will be the constant term. Don't make one mistake. Don't forget the negative sign. Don't forget this sign. Wherever you are having minus sign, consider it along with the number. Now, middle term splitting. It's 4s squared minus 4s plus 1 equals to 0. We have to find the roots. Now understand again the concept. What you have to do is multiply A and C. Those who are not good at middle term splitting, please follow these steps. If you are already good at it, do whatever method you know, you can follow that. Okay. Those who are having problem, for them I am explaining the procedure. Value of A and C should be multiplied. So you are getting 4. Now write the factors of 4. 1 into 4, 2 into 2. Now just find their sum. 1 plus 4 is 5. But we need minus 4. 1 minus 4 is minus 3. We need minus 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. And 2 minus 2 is 0. 2 plus 2 is 4. So yeah, minus, we can bring minus, that won't be a problem. 2 plus 2 is 4. Just concentrate on the number right now. 2 plus 2 is 4. So what you can take is minus 2 and minus 2. Because when we multiply minus 2 and minus 2, we'll be getting 4. The multiplication of the factors should be equals to this. And if we just do minus 2 minus 2, it will be minus 4. When we find the middle terms, whenever you're finding the middle terms, their product must be equal to this number. And their sum or difference must be equals to B. आप जो दो numbers ऐसे find करना चाहते हो, where you want to break this, you are breaking this minus 4 into two parts, such that when you add or subtract it, you can again get back the number. And when you multiply, the product is equals to product of first and last. Okay? If we take plus 2 and plus 2, it will be correct. If I consider plus 2 and plus 2, will I get minus 4 again? Yeah, plus 2 and plus 2 is minus 4. If I just add 2 and 2, will I be getting minus 4? No, I'll get only positive 4. You have to consider two numbers on taking them together. Yes, it would be minus 2x and minus 2x. On taking them together, so not exactly minus 2s, it will be 2s. Now depends on the variable. Here the variable is not x, it is s. So what you will be writing is 4s squared minus 2s minus 2s. The reason being, this should be equal to the middle term. We are just splitting the middle term. We are just breaking the middle term into two parts. So it must be equal to the middle term. Now, we can take out 2 and s common. This is 4. If I take out 2 common, 1, 2 will be remaining. And s square, if I take 1s out, a s will be remaining. And from minus 2s, if I'm taking 2s out, 1. I hope everyone is clear how to take out the common terms. Now from the last two terms, there's nothing common. We can just write minus outside the bracket or minus 1. It's minus 1. If there's nothing common, you can write 1. This 2s will be remaining. And as you have taken minus common, this sign will change. Always remember this. Whenever you take minus common outside the bracket, the internal sign has to change. If you write x instead of s, your the answer would not be correct. Now they are asking for s. They are asking you to verify the relation for this equation. And if you write x mathematically, obviously it will not, numbers won't be wrong. Numbers won't be wrong, but something they are giving you a variable s, then don't use x. Why we have taken out common? Good question. Why we are taking common? So here we are trying to factorize it. Ahmed, we are trying to factorize the question so that when we get two factors whose product is equals to 0, then we can apply this concept. 2s minus 1, 2s minus 1, 2s minus 1. This would be one of the brackets, and 2s minus 1 another bracket. As their product is 0, because their product, their multiplication is 0, we can use this concept that या तो ये bracket 0 होगी या फिर ये bracket 0 होगी. And this helps us to find the value of s. So this is one of the methods. I am not saying this is the only method. Middle term splitting is not the only method. Okay. 2s minus 1 equals to 0 or 2s minus 1 equals to 0. Because we are getting same brackets. Yes. So minus 1 will become positive when we shift it towards the right hand side, and s will be equals to half. Because we are getting same brackets, even here we'll be getting same answer. So now this is a polynomial which is of power 2, degree 2, but it has only one distinct root. And as we have discussed earlier, it is possible to have a quadratic equation having only one root. Value of s is half.
full screen कैसे करते हैं? हाँ?
S is half. As value of s is half, is it necessary to write? Yes, Dikshita, obviously it is necessary to write. Because we are getting same answer, that means this equation is having only one root, you may say, one distinct root. You can write 2 times or you can write one distinct root. Anyways, our main step would be. Now let's find the relationship. Achha, now we are having values for s. We are having 2 values, so we'll be just naming one value as alpha and another as beta. We'll name one value as alpha and another as beta. Even though their values are same, you can consider them distinctly. You can write them separately. Now, there are 2 relationships which we have to verify. First is alpha plus beta equals to minus b by a. We'll find LHS. Alpha plus beta. Alpha is half, beta is half, and half of would be 1. Half plus half is nothing but 1. And RHS is minus b by a. Value of b is minus 4. Now many students make a mistake here. आप एक ही minus लेते हो. Please don't do that. This minus is of the formula, and b value itself is negative. So here we will be having 2 negative signs upon a. A is 4. Minus minus positive, and this is 4. 4 by 4. This is first relationship. Verified. And the second one, alpha into beta, c by a. Value of alpha LHS, alpha into beta, 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 is 1 by 4. And RHS is c by a. Value of c is 1 and value of a is 4. So yes, LHS equals to RHS. Hence, verified. Okay, so we have solved 2 questions, and all other questions are of same type. So I want you to try